So I'm here in Red Square, iconic place in the world here. You can see the Kremlin behind me. It's snowing. Just thought I'd put some thoughts in a short video for my own recording. So what are my thoughts of Moscow? Well, it's extremely clean. It is really a clean city, at least everything I've seen. And this morning I got up, I did about 4 kilometers. I walked from the hotel up to St. Saviour's Church, the main cathedral here in Moscow. And then I walked from there over to Alexandrovsky Gardens, where the museum entrance is to the Kremlin. So you can go to the Kremlin here that's behind me. And it is really beautiful. It's full of churches inside. You can walk around it. You can go to the armory. It's about 20 euros or something for everything. And it's an incredible city. It's very clean. It's a sight to see. And you can see here St. Basil behind me. It looks impressive, but actually inside it's actually small, because you can see that at the center dome there's a church underneath that, and each one of those domes there in the picture seemingly is a separate little church. It's really beautiful, and it's what was it, about 8 euros to get in, but it's definitely well worth visiting. And then you have the Kremlin all behind you, which is a kind of a wall. It's not just here in Moscow. You have several of them in Russia, so it's like a walled city, and inside you've got several churches and state buildings and so forth. And you have here Red Square, which is behind me, which has a Christmas market now. So it's full of a skating rink and so forth. It's cold, it's snowing at the moment, but it's actually a very pleasant day, and it's definitely worth visiting. It's when you use the word awesome, it's something that you will Moscow, especially here in the center, is definitely awesome. It's definitely a place you would feel impressed with, and it is really, really beautiful, especially Red Square. Lots of coffee shops, and like any main city. I suppose the one thing that really strikes you is how clean it is. Like it reminds me of Singapore in its detail to maintain this place clean. It is so beautiful. So yeah, this is Moscow. I didn't go into Lennon's tomb for personal reasons. It's free to get in, and they were queuing, but I mean, you can just look it up on the internet. I didn't see any particular need to go in there. So, but it's they've maintained it there. It's like a little park here. So if you remember when there was military parades, they'd be there. So it's kind of cornered off. There's a little park here with trees, but you can see it here in the square. And that's a little bit about Red Square. I mean, just some thoughts on it. You have the river Moskva, which is I think that's where the city gets its name. It's just down here, and then the Kremlin is completely walled with several entrances, and it is very, very beautiful. It has to be seen. Anyway, so my thoughts here from Moscow on a very cold January morning, and I really advise everyone to come and to visit the city. Take care.